Hey everybody, it's Megan Alexiel, and welcome to a kind of special video. So, we're here on my Wii menu, or my Wii U menu, I should say, and I'm gonna try a little something different. I've wanted to do this for Random Game Day for a very long time now. In fact, I've wanted to play this game on the channel for a very long time now, and I almost streamed it at one point. I don't know how my audio is gonna sound. Okay. Sorry if that messed with your ears. I'm very sorry. But, now, I've debated doing either of these games. I have debated it several times. I've debated A Link to the Past. I'm already streaming Darksiders 2. Well, I'm gonna stream that some other time. Klonoa, I want to do that some other time. Same thing for Earthbound. Shovel Knight, however, as much as I want to play Shovel Knight on the channel, this is not the game we are focusing on today. Why are these over here? So, funny story about this. So, okay, I'm going to have my audio settings right here just so I can make sure that my sound's not too loud. Now, if you've already read the title, this is going to be a long video. It is going to be a stupidly long video in terms of my standards. We are going to be playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for this episode of Random Game Day. But here's the thing. We're not playing on my personal game file. We are going to go... Switch user. Yes, I just doxed my ID. If you want to go see that, then go ahead. If you want to add me, go ahead. I just doxed myself and I did not mean to. This one's not connected, so you won't be able to add it. Now, my capture card actually is working a little better this time. And funny thing is that I have the exact same things here, except I have this here for some reason. But, that's not the point. Anyway, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, let's get into it. Okay, I can already tell I'm in for a lot of trouble here. Now, I've beaten this game one time before. I've only beaten it one time, and this was kind of another playthrough. I was planning on Let's Playing this game in the near future, and these battery. And I'm sorry if you hear random noises like fans and stuff in the background. That's because I have my bedroom fan. I have that on. My ceiling fan. It doesn't make that much noise, but that's on. My laptop or Mac will sometimes make a noise. My battery charger is right behind my phone, so if you're hearing like a then that's what it is. Anyway, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is quite possibly the best game of 2017, if not one of the best. I mean, I know that, in my opinion, there's a lot of good games that came out this year, this being one of them. I was stupidly excited for this game. Like, when I first found out the name of it, like, I knew Zelda U was going to exist, but I didn't expect this. I didn't expect it to change the conventions of Zelda. And Zelda is one of my favorite franchises. In fact, Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker is my all-time favorite Zelda. This being my second favorite. Yeah, kind of funny, huh? But what are my true opinions on this game? Well, I'm going to tell you. I like everything this game does. There's something, well, not everything. Some things I hate, and I'm going to get into it as we start a new game. My controller turned off for a second. Okay. Obviously, we're playing this on the Wii U. I'm using a Pro Controller because I do not want to use the gamepad because it feels weird to use the gamepad. When I first played this game, I don't think I had my Pro Controller yet. No, I did. I had my Pro Controller about a month before I got this game, because I think I got this game a month after it came out, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I would get it on a Switch, but I don't own a Switch. I have to make do with the Wii U. Plus, I actually like the Wii U. Anyway. So, as you can see, I have a save file right here. It's not very important. We're going to start a new game. Oh, but... So, before this video, way before this video, downloadable content was added. We have the expansion pass, which adds Trial of the Sword, Hard Mode, Hero's Path. I have none of that because I am very poor. I'm just kidding, I'm not that poor. But I don't have time to spend money on DLC, is basically what I'm getting at. Anyway, we can go to options here. We can use Amiibo, which I have one Amiibo that's compatible with this game. It's my classic Link Amiibo. We are going to be using that just to show what it does. I want that to be fast because HUD mode. I want normal because I am not a pro like that. I want that. Now, okay, on this file, now, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, here's one of the things that I like. It's got voice acting. I've always wanted to know what it would be like to have voice acting in a Zelda game. And this game really hit home with me on that particular subject. It did it so right. Some voices are kind of funny, like I know they're trying to be serious. Like, for example, one of the champions is Descendants. I'm not going to say who. The voice is just really unfitting for the character. Well, actually, it's very fitting for the character, but you get what I mean. It's just, I would say who I'm talking about, but some people still have not played this game, and I don't want to spoil it. We are only going to be doing the Great Plateau for this video. So, basically, a 3-hour long tutorial. I'm just kidding. It's not going to take 3 hours. But there was a patch. One of the patches. Now, the best thing about a thing that's unique about the Switch is that it's region-free, meaning you can play it in whatever language you want. You can get games from whatever district, I guess. But Wii U can't do that, so this is the compromise. Match system settings, which is basically English. You got Japanese, English again, France, Canada-France, or Canada-French, I should say. German, Spanish, Spain, Spanish, Latin America, Italian, Russian. You know, funny thing is, I actually spent like 30 minutes playing on the Russian voice selection, and I just died laughing because certain characters just sound really funny. But as much as I want to do Japanese, we might just go. Actually, you know what? Screw that. Let's go Japanese. Not a lot of people play on Japanese. I mean, it's just going to change the voice. And no, this does not make me a weeb. And no, it's not one of those cases where like, oh, I changed the voice to Japanese because it sounds better. No. In fact, I think by default, this me had it set to Japanese. So, Japanese. Yeah, that's what I almost said. Anyway, let's get started with the game. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Let's do this. My volume is really low right now. Okay, I'm supposed to be hearing a voice here, but I'm not hearing it now. Oh god, did it happen again? Oh, I hear it now. Okay, it's very faint, but I hear it. I mean, it's obvious who that voice is, but to those who don't know, we'll find out later. But I'm already liking this voice. had to turn my volume up to 90 just to hear this. It's insane, right? Okay. Welcome to the... It's not going to say the name. Nah, whatever. Anyway, welcome to the Shrine of Resurrection. We wake up here. We don't know what we're doing. Well, I know what I'm doing because I've already beaten the game and stuff. But anyway, Link's got his common controls here. You got the control stick to move. Link has a jump button for once, and it's X. The X button to jump is by default. You can set it to B if you want, which is to sprint. And oh god, I feel so naked with all these less amount of hearts and the stamina wheel. And A is obviously to talk to people, select things, and the Y button is actually to attack, which is pretty cool. ZL is to, well, you can strafe, you can side jump, backflip. It's basically your lock on. R button is to throw. Well, okay, it's going to go over the controls by itself later, but anyway, you get the idea. So we pause, and if you know, it actually shows the controls right here, so, but I'm going over the controls from the burp. Yeah, I'm going over the controls from the burp. Anyway, it'll go over the controls as we go, so anyway, let's go up to this thing and see what it is. Okay, I'm already hearing a difference here. Like, the voice says, this is a Sheikah slate, take it. But when she says Sheikah slate, she said Sheikah stone. That's kind of cool. I like that. I mean, I've kind of studied up on Japanese for Okami, so I kind of get this. Only a tiny bit, though, so... Anyway, here we have the Sheikah slate, a mysterious tablet with a glowing center. You've never seen this device before, yet there's something familiar about it. Now if you press plus, we can see it here in our inventory, and we are nude. Yes. When Breath of the Wild first came out, everybody was like, oh my god, Link, this is the second time we're seeing you shirtless since Twilight Princess. And now that Mario Odyssey came out, they're all like, or it hasn't come out yet. People are like, Mario has nipples. Link, where are yours? Nintendo, explain. It's like... What? Nintendo's not allowed to put nipples in their game? I mean, if they put animated buttholes on Nintendogs, then I'm pretty sure they can put nipples on their characters if they want. I mean, hell, Waluigi's uncircumcised. And, trust me on this, that's actually been confirmed, strangely enough. Man, I should have done face cam for this, that would have been funny. Nah, probably not, because... Last time I tried face cam, it didn't exactly end up too well. Anyway, so we are bare-ass naked. What are we gonna do? Well, you come in here. We have these treasure chests. I forgot he does that. If you kick a chest while you're naked or not wearing shoes, he'll hurt himself. It's funny. We got the well-worn trousers. These old trousers are tenderwear in spots, but they're surprisingly comfortable. The legs are a bit... Okay, I couldn't read that for some reason. Okay. Anyway, we can equip these, and we have ourselves some pants. Oh, and I crouched by clicking the control stick, so yeah. We open up this for a shirt. The old shirt. A thin shirt made very long ago. It's coming apart at the seams, but it's better than nothing. The sleeves are a bit on the short side. Now, you can press Y to rearrange that. Now, what's funny enough is that sometimes, like, in my personal file, I'll just run around in this outfit just for no reason. Except, I didn't know this, but later on, there's a village where you can dye your clothing. and I had no clue you can dye this particular outfit. And I found it really funny. Okay, so basically, this Sheikah Slate is your everything in this game. In fact, there's a glitch to where you can straight up avoid it. Avoid getting it. Now, I don't know how to do that, so I'm not going to show it. Authenticating. Sheikah Slate confirmed. I can't do the thing that Martin does where he's like, Sheikah Slate authenticated! Installing rune! That is the only Yogcast member I watch. It's kind of sad. I don't watch their Minecraft stuff. Okay. Now, this is what's funny. I heard Anatana wa when she said Link. But other times, I hear Link. I'm like, what? Which is it? And yes, I know my Japanese is terrible. I'm working on it. Anyway, now it is telling us the controls for jump and sprint. And obviously we have the stamina meter returning from Skyward Sword. But it's a lot better this time because it doesn't go down as fast. Anyway, the best tip I have for you is always jump before making a climb. Especially starting out, that's going to be helpful. But speaking of which... God, this is so beautiful. I never get tired of looking at this. Just... I just love this area. I love the music. Oh my god, I love it so much. But anyway, welcome to the Great Plateau, and the camera did something weird there. Okay. Now this is going to be kind of stupid, but hear me out on this. The minute we step out of here, we can either go down there and see that person down there, or we could do some exploring over there. You know what? Let's do it. This is the very first open world Zelda game. Oh. And we are going to treat it as such. Anyway, we just got our first weapon. Ironically, it's a stick. Sticks are the weakest weapon in the game. Well, I think a hoe is actually the weakest. Anyway, we can pick up some branches. Now, if we select left on the D-pad, we can just, you know, rearrange our weapons and stuff. Obviously, we're not gonna just... Now, obviously, I think we can only hold 3 weapons at a time. No, we can hold up 1, 2... Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Okay, I think about 8 weapons starting out. Anyway, first off, I wanna... Actually, wait. Let's collect these Hylian shrooms. Now, one thing Breath of the Wild does that I really like and is very addicting, it's cooking. And, well, yeah. Now, if you see what I did there when I climbed, sometimes you can run up an incline to regain your stamina. That is the best possible tip that you can actually do. And I learned that from Game Explain, ironically. And I think Austin Jones, whatever his name is, he does Zelda content. He's a really cool guy. Anyway. Here we have some enemies down here. These are red bokoblins. And, ouch. Yeah, we're, getting our butt kicked. So, now if you dodge at the correct timing, you can do a thing called a flurry rush. And, yeah. Now, upon impact, your weapon will actually do more damage. When it breaks, I mean. So, here we have a bokoblin horn. Oh. Link. Okay. Well, she wants us to check our Sheikah slate, so... Oh. So, you see that mark on our map? That is our mission objective. Now, obviously, if you've played this game before, you know what that is, and you're probably like, oh, just get to the good stuff. Get to the failure. Get to the death. Okay, well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I've actually pretty much mastered the first hour of the game, I guess you could say. Just watch, I'm gonna jinx myself. But anyway, don't worry, I'm gonna censor that for demonetization purposes. Anyway, if your stamina wheel runs out, you'll be too tired to do certain actions until it fills up again. Now, your stamina meter will take up pretty much everything from sprinting, climbing, swimming, spin attacking. Yeah, it takes a quarter from a spin attack. Now anyway, we have a guy up there. Now normally what I like to do is I like to get a bow as soon as possible, and I think he has one, so we are going to stealth up on him. He's obviously going to see us before we even get anywhere over there, so sneaking to him is kind of pointless. I've never successfully snuck up to him before, so this will be kind of interesting. Yeah, he saw me. So when they see you, it's game on. Let's take your spear, buddy. Yeah, he's got arrows. Oh. Oh, crap. Yeah, here's the flurry rush. Now, if you dodge at the right time, you will, well, you'll be able to do a little flurry of attacks. We have a shield, so now we can actually defend. Now, just like in Skyward Sword, we have a shield bash, and the shield bash is one of your best friends. And here we have a bow. Now we just need some arrows to fill it up, our little quiver. And now, Nintendo patched this for some reason, and I don't like why they did that. Okay. Now, you can add stamps here, and here's a little tip I like to do. Add a cooking pot at every cooking pot you see. Anyway, let's take you out, shall we? Okay, that was actually impressive, I'm not gonna lie. Well, then again, I play a lot of Zelda, and the bow is my favorite weapon, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna stop talking. Anyway... Yeah, I like how I say I'm gonna stop talking, then I immediately start talking again. Now, Nintendo actually did patch the game to where, like, certain... You can't get arrows for certain ways, like people would hold out their shield and let the arrows hit them, and then, yeah. So, why did I want to come up here? Well, first of all, that treasure chest, I think it has something good in it. I don't exactly remember what's in it. But, we have some mushrooms here. And remember how I said, cooking is your... Gee, I feel like Bob Ross at the joy of... Shit. I feel like Bob Ross at the joy of painting. Now, when you're cooking, you can make things better, obviously. Here we have a mushroom skewer, which will give us 2 health. Check a meal's ingredients by selecting it on the inventory. So, for this, we can check the recipe and see what we made it with. For example... Hylian shrooms. The more of something you have, the better it'll be, and later on in the game, there will be a thing called a blood moon. If you make food during that, I think it makes your meals better, which I don't know why, considering I hate the blood moon. Yeah, that's one of the things I hate, ironically. Anyway, Another cool thing that Breath of the Wild adds that was actually in Twilight Princess, believe it or not. Well, one level, and you know what I'm talking about. I need to find an incline here. I need to target, jump, and then press A, and you can shield surf. And it's actually really fun, and I like doing it. Especially when the shield breaks and you're still on it and he just tumbles and it's funny. Yeah, like that. Well, it's not funny if you're about to die, so let me fix that. Anyway, enough lollygagging. Let's actually go and go see that old man now. Now, normally I would cut to him, but who cares? I can make a video as long as I want. I mean, I'm gonna cut some things out, obviously, but this? No. I'm not cutting this out. Also, be careful. Fall damage will screw you over. That's something I forgot to mention. But, yeah. What's our strongest? Well, spear's gonna be broken in one more attack anyway, so it's cool. Anyway, my capture is slowing down, actually. That's kind of sad. Oh yeah, I was going to mention this earlier on, but I'm actually playing this straight from the component, and I'm having no problems so far, aside from that little frame buffer that I just had. And that was about it. Now, I think if you climb up here, there's something interesting. Now, if you click the right stick, you can actually view your camera, and well, you can look farther ahead, is what I meant to say. Also, beware of fall damage. It will kill you. Like, if you were to fall from this height, I think it'll kill you. Well, I've never tested it, but I think it'll kill you. I don't know. Anyway, let's just get some Hylian shrooms here. Also, in the comments of this video, if you want me to Let's Play this game, or continue where we left off, then let me know and I might just do it. Though I don't want to do it because it is a long game. But if you guys want to, eventually I'll do it. But there is a certain way that I played this game, so if you get mad at me for how I'm playing the game, then so be it. Anyway, let's get some apples up here. Oh, I got 2 for 1 grab. Anyway, let's talk to this old guy here. Oh, well met, stranger. It's rather unusual to see another soul in these parts. Who are you? Me? I'll spare you my life story. I'm just an old fool who's lived here, alone, for quite some time now. What a bright-eyed young man like you... Oh, what's a bright-eyed young man like you doing in a place like this? Okami demons return. Answering a question with a question. That's fair enough. As I cannot imagine our greeting to be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This here is the Great Plateau. According to legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. And yes, that is the Temple of Time. That temple over there. Long ago, it was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in a state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. I shall be here for quite some time. Let me know if I may be of service. Now, there is another thing that I forgot to mention. While talking to him, you can move the camera around. I'm relaxing by the fireside, of course, although I'll need to cook myself another baked apple at some point. Simple foods such as apples are fine to eat raw, but roasting them on a fire makes them tastier and more nutritious. Speaking of baked apples, let's go ahead and take this. Oh, I beg your pardon, I do believe that is my baked apple. You can't just go around and taking whatever you please. Oh, forgive me. I cannot resist pulling your leg. Please help yourself. An apple and an open flame make the succulent treat. What he says is true. You can take any item, that is raw I should say, hold it, put it by the fire, are you gonna roast? Okay, you're not gonna roast. Well, and it was supposed to be catching fire and then roasting. Anyway, if you come over here, we can find the woodcutter's axe. Now, there are many different kinds of weapons in this game. For example, the club and every other, like, short swords, broadswords, clubs, these are light weapons. And my computer went to sleep. These here are long-range weapons, and these here are our heavy weapons. These are the 3 type of weapons that we will be using throughout the game, and believe me, they are cool. And I like them a lot. Anyway, let's go over here and get some apples. I like to jump and just get them sometimes, but sometimes you're gonna have to... Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but his head twisted around for a bit, and it was kind of funny. Oh, okay, be that way. I want your apple anyway. Now, if you come over here, I think there's a Yep, there's a bokoblin over here. If you press R to throw your weapon... Now, as that text box says, throw a weapon at the enemy to perform a critical hit, dealing twice as much damage. Yes, that's what I was saying earlier. And, well, we got a tree branch. We don't need that. You can press R to throw your weapons, obviously, and that'll be helpful for getting rid of a weapon you don't want. In this case, I don't want it because... Why the hell would you want a stick as a weapon? Well, then again, I'm being kind of contradicting myself because, you know, I'm using a freaking club as a weapon. But anyway, here are some of the things I don't like about the game by diving here. Yeah, haha, you found me! Huh? You're not Hestu. But you could see me? I didn't know your kind could see children of the forest. Well, if you run into Hestu, please return this to him. This here is a Korok seed. This is just 1 out of 900 that are in this game. Now, as much as I love Wind Waker, again, it is my favorite Zelda game of all time. Seeing these little guys return in this game make me feel happy, but at the same time, they fill me with rage because I've never collected all 900 of these, but I know what you get by collecting all of them, and believe me, it is kind of pointless. Dare I say... Well, okay, I'm not going to say that because that's kind of punny. Oh, and my friends are hiding in lots of different places too. Don't be shy to go poking your toes around suspicious places. Well, yeah, that's kind of true. Anyway, if you press X in the water, we can dash, but you don't want to run out of stamina or else you'll drown, you know. All that stuff. All that stuff. Anyway, well, actually, I was going to swim over here anyway. Because over here, we have a sword. And a pedestal. Huh. Looks like I already found the Master Sword. I got DSP robbed. This here is a rusty broadsword. This once fearsome sword has seen better days. It can do some damage in the right hands, but it also breaks easily. This is currently our strongest weapon we have. Now, the sad thing is, I think this is the strongest weapon on the Great Plateau. That's not necessarily a bad thing. We are going to get much better weapons in this game. We'll get elemental weapons, broadswords, long swords, different types of magic weapons that normally can't be a weapon. Anyway, here we have the Temple of Time. Now, this area dare I say, its ambience is beautiful. Now, if you come in here, I think it's here. No? Is it not here? Oh, wrong place. Well, I'm just gonna destroy PewDiePie's arch nemesis. Broke that over your head, boy. Let's go ahead and stake that. Anyway. Okay, over here is what I was thinking of. I just like taking their weapons and then just killing them that way because it's funny. Anyway, over here you'll find the chest. And this is a 1 out of 3 set. The Hylian trousers. Traditional dress trousers of Hyrule. The plush fabric makes these trousers quite comfortable, and their high durability makes them ideal for travelers. Okay. The text is kind of blurry because my capture card's sharpness is turned up to the max, so it may look like poopy butthole when rendering to 720p, but, you know, whatever. This game actually runs at 1080p on the Wii U, which is kind of surprising. Well, the Wii U is the first Nintendo console to reach HD. I mean, not 4K kind of HD, but you get what I mean. And why am I not equipping those pants now? Well, you'll see why later. I mean, I like the old set, which is basically what this is called. But, or that's what I like to call it. I feel very, very naked when I'm using the weakest amount of armor in the game, but also it fills me with determination. As much as I hate Undertale, I could not help but make that joke. Anyway, we are here at the Temple of Time. Let's do some exploring, shall we? Oh, here we have an opal. Now, well, shit. Now, breaking pots is cool. Anyway, come here to get this chest. We got a much better bow, but I'm not going to use that until all our other bows are broken because, you know, that's just how I do it. Now, if you come up here, straight up reference to Skyward Sword right here. The goddess statue smiles upon you. Now, here's something I also like to do. I do the same thing I do with cooking pots, except I mark them with a star. That way, if my map ever gets too cluttered and I want to find a goddess statue, there they are. Now these guys here, these are obviously called guardians. They are dicks. Don't be a guardian. Anyway, but this one is deactivated. Thank God for that. Anyway, let us make our way to the designated point on the map. And, you know, I would just, you know, should I meet you guys over there? Well, no, you'll miss out on this beautiful landscape for those who have not experienced this game yet. I mean, it really is a good game, I'm not gonna lie. Why are there birds up there? God, this game is so freaking pretty to look at! Ugh! You see, this is why I could never Let's Play this game, because I would just be gawking at the art direction. Yeah, every person who's played Okami says that. Anyway, we have 2 Bokoblins here. Why not smush them with a rock? He's like, no, they killed Kevin. Oh no, they killed Sushi. Yes, that was a reference to hyper potions. No ill will towards them. I like their stuff. Anyway, let us collect their spoils. God, I sound like Bob Ross. The joy of Breath of the Wild. Somebody needs to make that a parody. Like, seriously. It's like, hello there, and welcome back to the joy of Bob Ross. The joy of Breath of the Wild. Today, we are going to be experiencing all the wonders in Breath of the Wild. We're going to go over here and scare some shit out of the moblins by pushing a boulder on them. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to scare these moblins. Oh, did I mean scare them? No, I meant blow them up. What did you think I meant? Anyway, first time I played this game, this area right here. This area was like the bane of my existence when I first started playing this game. Because over there, we have one of those guys. And I didn't have a bow at this point. So I was pretty pissed. I was like, oh, I can't get over to him. And all these guys just kept killing me and I didn't know what to do. But here's what you do. You sneak up on him. Get your crosshairs just right. Make sure he doesn't see you. Make sure he doesn't blow that horn. Now, if you hit the enemy's head, you'll do maximum damage. You want to hit that and kill all of them inside. But most likely, one of them. Okay, normally that blue one in there is actually alive, but okay, I guess I hit the right one. Anyway, it's best to get whatever materials they have because monster materials are really important and, well, you want to collect it before it burns up. Especially this. This is currently our... That is currently our strongest weapon. We are actually going to throw away some of these because we don't need all these. Anyway, let's see what's in here. It's an opal, right? Oh, fire arrow. Nope. Yeah, you can get different types of arrows in this game, like from ice, lightning. There's also a thing called Ancient Arrow, and they're actually very unique, but we'll get into those. Oh, there's also bomb arrows. Those are kind of my favorite. But anyway, let's make our way over here. Oh, wait. I got a better idea. Now, he's got one of my favorite weapons in the game, actually. Yeah, ironically, a weapon that you get from the Great Plateau, of all things, is one of my favorite weapons. In terms of looks. Or one of them has it, I think. Let's kill him. But... oh, shit. Okay, none of them had it, apparently. Oh, I'm thinking of him. He's got it. Let's kill him and take it. Here we have the Traveler Sword, a very common sword often kept by travelers to fend off small beasts. It's fairly durable and a bit unbearable against monsters, or unreliable. This is the most adorable little sword I've ever seen. Like, for real. It's too darling, and I love it. But anyway, let's make our way over to this objective, and oh god, we're going on 45 minutes, are you kidding me? Oh God. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I should cut some stuff out. I don't know. That kind of ruined the immersion. Sorry, I was drinking water. And the tower has erected from the heavens. Fear my elongated evil. Well, that is one of the best introductions I've ever seen, and it still amazes me. Now, I would say I'd like to end this off, but we're just getting started. This random game day, it's going to span out on different days. This is just part 1. I promise, after this, there's going to be part 2. And then, there's going to be... You know what? You'll just have to find out. This is kind of a special random game day. And reason why? Well, recently I hit 60 subs, and I wanted to do something special, so I did Breath of the Wild as random game day. So, if you want to see more of this game for Random Game Day Part 2, or if you want to see a Part 2, then let me know, and I will make it happen, because there is more that we have not seen yet. So, I am Making Gamer Alexiel, and I will see you guys in the next Random Game Day. Take care.